How are you genuinely? I feel like nowadays you're asking somebody more sincerely than usual. Do you know what I mean? What with everything going on?
Like I'm happy. I'm really lucky. All of my friends, family, everyone's safe. But yeah, just I'm quite good at staying at home, so I'm enjoying my me time.
Yeah, me too. I felt like I was built for this. Bring it on, man. I could keep this going. Are you in the UK at the moment?
Yeah, I'm in East London.
How much changed for you, right? I mean, given what's gone on now, like, I mean, how did you sort of adapt? Because obviously there's no touring at the moment and there's no kind of business as usual, but what do you find that you've been doing with this new reality?
It's quite nice because, normally in the music industry, everything's so rapid. You're constantly going different places, doing this and doing that. But for me, I'm quite happy that I had a moment to just breathe and you can do your thing. I'm really lucky that I can still do music at home. I've got a lot of gear, so I can do my mics and I can work around recording at home. I'm not the best at it, but I can get away with it. So it's been okay, but obviously I'm just sad because I just miss my team. I miss all the people that make touring so important, like all the sound techies and all of the lighting crew, and everyone becomes such a big family when you're on tour, especially my band. So it's just it's been very isolating, but it's also very it could be a lot worse. Like for me, I'm good. I'm with my best mate and we're just making do, trying to learn new things to cook and new things to do every day, really. It's pretty much it,
in different parts of the world, we're at very different stages of handling the coronavirus. So in South Africa, for example, we're still very much kind of going into our peak, right? So things are super locked down here. And there's still a lot of uncertainty as to how it's going to play out and what's going to happen. But I know, for example, in the UK, I've got a lot of mates that are that side that are working in similar industries and whatever. And it seems like a lot further down the line. So maybe there has been some sense of conversation about this is when we pick things up or not really.
To be honest, I think it's also going to be a little bit up to each individual team, what they want to do as well. Once things are open, if they do feel safe doing it. For me personally, obviously I'd love to get out there. I'd love to travel and I'd love to do this and that. But I just, I don't know. It's just such a weird time. Everyone's, I want to hang out with my band and we're trying to do things like online shows and things, right. But we're just not sure venues might open as well and to what capacity venues are going to open. I should really listen to the news a bit more, but to be honest,
I've stopped, to be honest. I mean, it's, there's this whole, you control what you can control, I always think. And to some extent it becomes, I don't know, overwhelming to me, maybe to just be aware of things that, well, what difference would I make to that world anyway?
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's fun.
I wanted to ask you about working with Zedd. I'm sure you've seen in the press releases and etc. But I mean, he's had nothing but incredible things to say about you and about how much energy and emotion there is in your voice and what you were able to bring to the track. And I just sort of wondered from your experience of working with him on Funny, and I would also imagine it was, I don't know when exactly the song was put together, if it was pre-pandemic or not, but I'd be very curious to know what that was all like and from your perspective how things were.
I was in the studio with these producers and we were working on Funny, and then basically they sent it to Zedd and no one told me, and then I ended up getting an email with the first version that Zedd did, and I was just blown away by what he had done. And it was wonderful. I can't believe he's been so nice. He's such a pleasure to work with. All of the, it's such a weird time to be doing radio interviews and videos and stuff like that. But he's just been so, what's the word? A steam train, just kind of pushing through. And he's got so much experience in this world, and I really look up to him. So it's been such a pleasure being able to do this. The song just came out and it's already just so happy. Everyone's been so nice. Everyone's been so supportive, and I'm just happy that the song is there. We had to do a lot during lockdown, trying to film the music videos together and things. No, we were supposed to be in LA together, doing a video and things, and then the borders shut, and no one was leaving. And I was like, I don't want to get stuck in America. I want to be at home where I'm comfortable. So we literally all had to replan everything, and it's actually kind of worked out, and it's going to be memorable because when I see the video I'll be like, that's the one that we filmed when the world was screwed.
Yeah, and I think it's super cool, Jasmine, to be in your position as well, where you get to make pop music that is for the world right now. Because the thing is, the world's all kind of stuck in this one very particular place, and people are turning to things like music and things that are familiar and comfortable to them because it makes people feel good. And I think to be in a position like yours where you've got a voice that can go out into a global stage, and we're having this conversation. I'm in South Africa, right? Like I'm on the tip end of this continent, but we're playing it and people are loving it here. And I don't know, it must be such a cool thing to be able to do. I think a very powerful thing.
Thank you. Cheers. No, it's one of the things that I enjoy the most, like being able to put things that are a bit more positive out there. Like obviously it's the most that I can do, it's the most me and Zedd can do. Honestly, anytime I feel slightly down, I listen to, I'm quite happy, a lot of my friends are musicians, so anytime I'm down I listen to their songs. Sometimes I really want to just build like a bubble around my head and just be like, I hope everything's okay, even though it's not. Me and my flatmate are both half Chinese, and our families are over there. My mum and my brother are here, but her family's there.
Okay.
And we were both, they hit a lot earlier. It was a lot more scary and all of these things were going on. And then it feels so wrong to release something like Funny, but let it breathe, and you come back a couple of weeks later and it's just like, look, this is like my lifeline in a way, like clinging on to something a bit more positive.
Course,
and actually,
yeah.
So I don't know, I hope people enjoy it. I hope people can use it in a way, but yeah, I don't know.
You're not alone in having family that are stuck in different countries that are dealing with this differently. People are in different boats, and music's always been this one great unifier. So I think it's tremendous, a necessary addition to things that are going on. And I'm so glad you have released it. I'm glad that you didn't decide not to for whatever reason. And I'm very grateful that you made some time to chat to me, man. It's been a pleasure.
Nice. Amazing. Thank you.
Pleasure.
5FM. Watch 5FM TV on YouTube. 5FM.